Hi. So we'll wait, let everybody join, and then we'll start. So thanks, Virender, Suhail. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Suhail. Hi, Chinmay. So it's always happen that my dogs always excited whenever I'm sitting, they have to speak. So let us wait for everyone to join. Thanks, Sarkar. Nimrata, thank you so much. Hi, Arun. सुगंधी उनको लेके जाओ बेटा. Hi, Ruchira. Hi, Raghu. Thank you so much. Hi, Manju. Hi, Rashi, Shagun. Thanks, everyone. So thank you so much. So today is again Saturday and I'm taking all of your time. But here in Bangalore, as it is a lockdown, so I don't think anybody has a plan. Jyotsna is, so anybody has plans. So today, so hi everyone. So today, welcome to the final episode to Talk to Vandana. So we are taking a break for some time. So thought, what better way to end than to have one of the greatest authors who has helped many aspiring writers and is also currently guiding me on my book as well, which is soon going to be launched. So Jyotsna, I'm just giving your introduction to everyone.
Hey Vandana.
Yeah, hi. So if you have a dream, don't just sit there. Gather courage to believe that you can succeed and leave no stone unturned to make it a reality. Jyotsna is a best-selling author, a book publisher, TEDx speaker, and an international author, success coach, who helps coaches, trainers, speakers, and experts to build a super profitable author funnel with the help of their book. She founded Author Success Academy to make aspiring authors to finally finish their book, get it professionally published, market it into a bestseller, and use the position to grow their business. So far, Jyotsna has helped over 400 authors from 35 countries through her publishing agency, Happy Self Publishing. While she's not working, this mom of two kids also loves to dance, run, plan, and her next solo trip. Hi, Jyotsna. Welcome.
Hi
Welcome to
Vandana. Thank
Talk
you
to
for that
Vandana
awesome
show.
introduction.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you
It's a
so
pleasure to
much.
be on your show.
Oh, thank you so much. In fact, I would like to tell everyone that if you remember, I think Jyotsna, we met in 2017, I think in Chennai, in one of the some conference or something, some program was there. And from then I was planning to write a book. And then I just contacted her this January and I thought, okay, let me start my journey as an author. So Jyotsna is really helping me out and a lot of my closed fixed patterns which has been broken after joining her. So thank you, Jyotsna. So
My
uh,
pleasure. I think this is the year when many aspiring authors just got ready to finally work on their book project, right? And that's why it's
I
happening.
think it is the good to have the lockdown. I think in lockdown, if I remember, when I joined you in a week's time, you got from 10 to some 70 odd people in 10 days time. I remember my
Right.
second webinar with you. And we were
Correct.
just shocked. Oh my God, so many people have joined. I think everybody's that inside author is coming out, you know.
Absolutely correct. And what
Yeah.
best time than now when people are actually not able to go to office and all that to focus on their dream project that has been there in their mind for many years, right? Just like you.
Yeah, yeah. I am from ages thinking, and then I'm thinking, why do people will read my book? You know, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not famous. Then I thought, okay, let me not worried about people. Let me just write it down and see whether I'll be able to write my own feelings or not, my own experiences or not. And thank you so much, Jyotsna.
Most
So
welcome.
Jyotsna, so did you always want to become an author, or like how it's come,
Oh,
how like this thing has come to you, and how your journey is a
not at
little bit
all.
of.
Sure, Vandana. So I'm not a person who read so many books. You know, there would be these bookworms in school, right? Who will be sitting in the library. I'm not one of those people at all. I thought that I can never read a book. I think the guy who changed that notion in my mind was Chetan Bhagat. So I
Oh,
think
okay.
for the first time, and I completed a book was Chetan's book because it was written in such simple language, right? So I realized that you don't need to be like a voracious reader to read books. So
Huh.
that's how I started reading. But
Uh-huh.
soon I moved from fiction to reading self-help and business books. So which
Yeah.
really kind of made an impact in changing my mindset and starting to follow my passion and all of that. So
Okay.
I would say the journey began 5 years ago when I was a new mom and my daughter was just born. At
Mm-hmm.
that time, I was running different businesses. I was actually working on a staff recruitment agency that I was trying to build.
Okay.
But at that time, I was finding it very difficult to manage the baby as well as manage the business. So one fine day, I
So what was
busted.
that company, Jyotsna?
It is called
So
Redefined Retail, where I was recruiting. I used
okay.
to work in the retail industry for all these fashion brands. So when I
Okay,
quit my
that's
job, I
wonderful.
thought,
Huh.
the biggest challenge for most of these brands is to have good quality manpower. So I luckily had a good network in that industry. So it was an easy business for me to start, and it was doing pretty well for a new startup. But
Okay.
I used to, make 100 phone calls. I used to go visit all these malls and, find some good talent. So it was a lot of hard work. And as a new
Oh,
mom, I was
okay.
not ready for that because the baby was very, like, it's a first time, I'd had zero experience handling kids. So it was very demanding for me. And one
Okay.
day, I managed to get on a call with the CEO of one big international brand. I thought if I, do this call very well, I'm going to get a lot of business. But from the other room, I could hear my daughter cry. And I felt so horrible about myself as a mom. I had to cut that call and I had to go and attend the baby. And I was at one point, I thought, let me just give this up for a while. Let me just be a good mom for some time. But immediately my mind also said, why can't you do both? There are so many talented women out there who are
Correct.
doing
Correct.
a fantastic job as a mom and also
Right.
running a business successfully.
Yeah.
So at that time, I realized maybe I did not know certain things well. So then
Uh-huh.
I started to, focus on all these, I would call this my own self development. So I would attend all these seminars where we kept bumping into each other. So
Yeah,
that is how
correct.
my journey of thinking that, okay, I should do probably something different. So then I thought maybe I should run an online business so that I can work from home and manage the baby.
Yeah.
So then I just Googled how to make money online. So many of the answers that showed up were talking about self publishing. This was 5 years back when this concept was very new. So I went and did a lot of online courses on self publishing because back then I had no publishing background, nor did I read a lot of books or anything. So I then invested my time and I started putting out books written by other writers. So I would hire writers, give them the job, and they would write and give me. I would pay them for that, and I would publish it under different pen names because they were like variety of topics, right? Like health and
Correct.
cooking and
Correct.
business.
Correct.
So I would put out a lot of books like that. So that kind of gave me a lot of confidence and money because the revenue was pretty good from just putting out these books on Amazon. That motivated me to write my first book, Vandana, because I thought now I have at least managed to successfully quit my job and start something on my own. So
Okay,
probably I
that's
thought I should
wonderful.
share this with others, and I wrote a book called Job Escape Plan.
Okay, so what is this book about? Now you yourself has started, so that was also one of my question. So just tell us about this book, Job Escape.
Okay, so when I wrote the book, I was definitely not a super successful entrepreneur or something, but at least managed to leave a job and start something on my own. So what I realized was people around me, right, like my friends of my age who were also becoming moms, they were kind of quitting their jobs and being unhappy at home, or they were going to a job and feeling restless that the kid is left at home. So I thought that maybe I should help these people to start a successful business from home so that they can do both, take care of the kid and run a business. So that was my intention to write the book. So what I share in the book is 7 steps for someone to quit, to actually prepare themselves first, start a side business, grow that to a level where your business income is more than your salary, and then eventually quit your job. Because when I quit my job, I didn't have that wisdom. I just, out of frustration, I just quit my job one day. But I thought I was lucky that my business worked out. But for many people, it may not be so easy. So I thought I should probably give them a proper step-by-step plan so that if somebody is not happy in their job, they don't have to be forced to work and they can start something on their own.
Yeah, that's a good thing. In fact, this is what it is happening. You know, the people sometimes with the frustration leave the jobs and then they don't know what to do. So I think the homework needs to be done initially. So
Right.
that's
It
what.
does
In
definitely
fact, I
helps
have
to
not.
prepare properly.
Yeah, in fact, I have not read your book. I'm thinking of, so many times, okay, let me just read the book. So I think my now after this, I'm going anyways going to take a break and I'm going to read your book definitely for sure.
Oh, sure. But I think you are already a pro at that one. That you run so many things so well and successfully. So
No,
maybe you
no,
should give
not
it to
at all.
some, yeah.
No, not at all. In
No,
fact,
definitely. I
I am.
really admire the variety of things you do.
So I don't know. I think Jyotsna, that credit goes to you because after writing the book and then I think the Vandana that inside Vandana was somewhere sleeping, and when I was started writing it, then lot of things came forward, and then I took a step of lot of things. So in fact, I
Right.
still think that you are the you. I should give the credit to you.
So that
Oh,
writing a book has that magic, Vandana, because it's not
yeah.
just about writing the book and having the readers, but when you
Yeah.
write the book, you change internally and you start respecting your own expertise more because now you know that
Yeah,
I'm an author, right? So I'm
exactly the
sure,
same thing happened.
the Instagram live and all the content that you put out, you could have done this 2 years back also, but now that you're
Yeah.
writing a book, it kind of gives you a different perspective
Oh,
and you start,
yes.
feeling that yes, I'm also an authority. I can definitely talk about this, right?
Oh my God. I didn't tell you the small experience that now I have reached to the fourth chapter, but I'm stuck there. So I stopped it for some while. I thought, okay, because lot of other things are happening. So I thought I'll start. And then I thought, okay, that 5,000 words I have already written. I thought, okay, let me read down the all my words. Believe me, Jyotsna, I started crying myself, reading my own book. And I was just wondering, I said,
Wow.
oh, acha, now pakka, my audience also will cry. you know.
Right.
So,
See, more than helping your audience,
sometimes,
it helps you, to reflect upon your life and feel actually proud
yeah,
of all the
right.
achievements that you've done. So that's a good exercise.
Oh. Okay, so Jyotsna, let's go ahead and so book publishing is not something many people think as a line of business, and that too helping others to publish. So this you have already given me the idea how the happy self-publishing name came into your mind.
Great question. So what had happened was, this is a funny incident. I've never shared this anywhere else before. So I went on a podcast when I was writing my book. I wanted to promote my book, right? So I went on different people's podcasts. Just back then, there was no Instagram live, so we used to go on podcasts. So in one podcast, the interviewer asked me that, Jyotsna, you have written a book and it's now helping people, but like you, there will be so many people who need the assistance to get it published and they don't know how to do it. So can you help them? This was her question, and that was like a light bulb moment for me because I thought I already had all the resources: cover designers, editors, formatters who were doing my ghost written books right back then, who helped me till my own book. So I thought, why not put all these people together as a team and start a company? So this lady who interviewed me was from a country called Armenia, and she said, let's both partner together and start a business. So together we just put together a website. It was not called Happy Self Publishing then. So we just partnered together. She said she will bring me authors and I will do the services. That was the agreement. So we ran it successfully for a few months. And then this floods in Chennai happened in 16, I think. So there was this
Yeah,
massive flood in
correct,
Chennai where we were
correct,
totally
correct.
cut out from the rest of the world. There was no electricity, no internet. So I could not communicate to my friend in Armenia that I was going through this problem. She really got freaked out and she shut that business overnight. She said, without Jyotsna, I cannot run this. And she shut that. So after the floods and things became normal, I thought, okay, I should not leave this because it's something I was very passionate about. So I thought, let me quickly come up with a name. So I was just talking to a project manager. I said, the only intention is the clients should be happy. So I quickly went to a website called godaddy.com where you can buy domain names, because it's not important to first name the company. We should first check if the domain name is available, right?
Available.
So I
Yes,
said
true.
that our USP is clients should be happy and we should help them to self-publish. We are not a publishing house like most people think. We are actually an agency to help authors to self-publish. So I quickly searched for this name, Happy Self-Publishing, and luckily the domain name was available, and that's how the name was born.
Okay, that's really, really very, light and very happy name actually. Happy publishing name itself, that
Right.
gives a lot of meaning. That name itself. Okay, so
Thanks,
any
Vandana.
challenges, Jyotsna, did you face like when it comes to publishing the book, or like what do you think that any challenges about the budget? Like what I feel is this book publishing is a big budget. It's a little heavy to your pocket. So how do you manage that, and how the other people, if they have budgets and all that, how they manage it to happen that?
Okay, so when it comes to deciding the budget for your book, now there are options available in all budgets, right? So if technically self-publishing does not cost anything, because if say your cousin is a good editor, your aunt is a good designer, you can actually do all of this in-house and you can publish it free of cost. And Amazon has a great platform where you can even put your book on print on demand, so you don't even have to invest money in printing the books. So that way everything is available and it's easy to access. That's why people are self-publishing more and more nowadays. But having said that, if you have to make your book look really world class and really make a big impact with your book, then it has to be done professionally. And that's why the minimum that I expect people to invest is for the cover, the editing, and the interior design, and also getting the book printed. So these are the basics. Now, you can get this done for as less as say 30,000, and it can even go up to 3 lakhs depending on the quality of people you hire. For example, I see a lot of people putting out posters on Instagram, but your posters, Vandana, really stand out because of the quality of people involved in creating the design. Like even for an
Really?
Instagram live, you take an
Yeah.
extra effort to make it look good, right?
Thank you
So
so
that
much.
is you're welcome, and
Yeah.
that is your quality standard. So you will not do anything
Yes.
that's less than that, even if it means spending some extra money. But so it depends on what a person thinks is good quality for them. You can get a cover design for $5 on Fiverr.com, that is like 350 rupees, and you can go to 99designs.com, which will charge $1,000, which is like 75,000 rupees for one cover design. So there is a huge range depending on what you think is your budget and depending on what business you have behind the book. Now, for example, if
Yeah.
I'm, say, a business coach, and if I sell 100 books, maybe 20 people will get in touch with me after the book. And out of that 20 people, if I'm able to convert 2 people into my clients who are each paying me 50,000 each, then that 1 lakh that I get from selling 100 books covers my cost of complete publishing, right? And after that, whatever money I make is all profits. So if somebody looks at
Okay.
it from that point of view, it's just like another business where you invest and you reap the benefits. So I would
Yeah.
not call this expensive. It is expensive for people who don't know how to make the money back from the book.
Yeah, that is right. And I think Jyotsna is the perfect, if anybody wanted to write a book, you please keep in touch with her. And I think Jyotsna, seriously, like I really learned a lot apart from the book, like a lot of other things also, clarity, like how to even buy the, otherwise I'm such a spendthrift, and I just immediately buy the books. My house is full of books. I just,
Right.
something comes into my mind,
Right.
and I, with that subject, I'm buying a book. And after that class of yours where you have explained how we can go, how we can check the star rating and all that, it's really helpful. It's really, really helpful.
Thanks,
Okay,
Vandana.
so Jyotsna, so you have helped the authors from 35 countries to publish their book. So how did this expansion has done, through the social media, or how is it that, like,
Well,
it's
when I
all over
started off
the world?
itself, yeah, it
What's
is
that?
because of the way the business is set up, Vandana. I didn't have.
Yeah.
See, I live in Chennai, so I don't have an office in Chennai. I don't have 10 employees coming in, so I never looked at it as a local business from day one. So when I was writing my book, like how when you are writing your book, you're a part of the author community, which is helping you, right? So 5 years back, when I was writing Job Escape Plan, I went and enrolled myself in a writing course in the US. So there were a lot of authors like me who were writing their books. So after I wrote my book, I was very active in that community, by the way. So whatever mistake I make, I would go and share. Whatever thing worked for me, I would go and share. So that way people knew me in that community. So when I started Happy Self Publishing, there were these ready-made set of ideal clients for me waiting to give me their work. So that was a great start because I could get clients from US, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK. So these were my initial set of clients. Then I think these online forums really helped me, where I was a part of a lot of different entrepreneur and coaches forum, speakers forum globally. And I think I just made the best use of the internet, where I could stay in my home office and connect with authors globally. And once they liked my work, they would talk about my services in their book. So their readers who are interested will get in touch with me. So through word of mouth also, that expansion happened. But I did not strategically decide that I will go to 35 countries. It just one day when I saw somebody from some tiny island in the West Indies, I've never heard of that country. She enrolled in our program, and that's when I asked my project manager, we should now make a list of all the countries from which we have taken clients, because till then we knew clients are coming from everywhere, but we did not consciously sit and make a list. And when we made the list, it crossed 35 countries, and that was like a wow feeling for me.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. When I heard about it, and then I think the one interview of yours with Bijoy, that podcast. What is his full name? I'm just forgetting that.
Vijay Gautam.
Bijay Gautam. So that was also quite impressive. I could not join the live, but then I saw it later.
Great.
Okay, so Jyotsna, so do you please tell the author, everyone, that can everybody become an author anytime, or you need some kind of a specific quality or something, So any criteria is there to become an author, or anybody can become an author? How it is?
See, to be a good author, anybody can become an author because there is no barrier to entry. So Amazon has kept the platform open. So if I just write 10 pages, I can just upload it to Amazon and it will become a book. So there is no barrier to entry. But to become a good author, there is one quality which is highly important. And that is to have that intention to help your reader. So if you want to help your reader in any way, if you're writing a non-fiction book, then you want to maybe help them get better at relationship, get better at health, get better at their business. So whatever you have achieved in your life or whatever experience you have, if you want to authentically share it with the reader and help them go from point A to point B, that I think is the quality that an author should have. And if you're writing a fiction novel, it could be interesting, engaging, it could just be for entertainment, but basically something that you feel that it's not going to be a waste of time for my reader. They're going to have fun, or they're going to cry, or they're going to feel some emotion by reading my book. If that is the intention of the fiction author, I think that quality is enough. Now, the myth that people have is that, oh, my English has to be really very beautiful and poetic, like it should be like Shakespeare. No, it's not required, because all of us are not gifted with that kind of a skill. So I look at a writer and an author very differently. A writing is a very different skill. If you have that skill, it's an added advantage. But if you don't have that skill, today we have so many resources where I call that process called angel writing. It's my favorite process because if you have that knowledge, it's good enough. All you need to do is speak about that to a writer. They can interview you, capture all that information, and translate it in the form of a book and give it to you. So that way, it is your book because it's your content, but you've just taken some writing assistance to put it together. So that's what I would say is the only qualification to be an author, to just have that intention to help your reader.
Yeah, intention. I think that's the perfect word. Intention, and then discipline. Like in a day, at least 2 hours, you have to take it out for yourself if you are planning to write a book. I think that's also
yes.
very particular about.
So we have these. My battery. So we have these 5. If you remember, the 5 success habits for authors, right? That is
absolutely
super important.
Yeah,
because
I've written it and I'm every day reading it.
Right. Great. Yeah. So this is something I recommend to all our students. So first of all, you should have that clear intention, right, to write your book. So I call that the author pledge. So we make all our authors to write down that one statement as to why do they want to become an author. So that is really powerful. And the second thing is I make people read something called author pledge. So that the first one is called the self contract, where you're writing a contract to yourself and reading it every day, telling who your reader is, how will they benefit by reading your book, and by when do you want to publish your book. That target publishing date is super important for you to act as a reminder. So that's the first habit of a successful author. The second habit I recommend is to have your author pledge. So I call it the author pledge in our community, but otherwise you can just have a list of affirmations that you can read every day that will instill that thought in your mind and remind you that yes, you can be a successful author. So that's another powerful exercise. And the third thing that you mentioned is having a daily writing habit. And to track this, we have a writing track sheet in our academy, where every day the authors mention the date, how much have they written, how many minutes did they spend writing, where did they sit and write, and that way you are able to track your progress on a daily basis. And also being a part of a community and having accountability. Now this is something every one of us lack, right? Because writing a book project is not like a life or death situation, so it's not so important. That's what people think, right? But once you write, your life completely changes. So usually people get busy doing all the urgent tasks, they don't give importance to the writing project. But if they actually do that, so many things can change. So that's why for you to do a task like writing, it's important to have an accountability partner. So that is one thing that helped me when I wrote my book, and it's helping all the authors in my community also, because having that one person who will ask you questions is super important. And having a coach or a mentor to guide you is another thing that can really help.
Yeah, no, Jyotsna. In fact, for me, I told you I have started a Facebook page named Find My Me, and I think that has actually came out because of this. And my
Okay.
accountable partner has helped me in finding out, because I was talking so much and explaining, and then she says, "Ki Vandana, there is something which is your soul calling. Why are you not listening?" I said, "Ye kya soul calling and all that, and then I realized, no, sometimes, in the life, because we are so much habitual of having our life into one track, that we also, mindset is there that we cannot see here or there. So I think
Right.
when you start writing or journaling, or I always tell my own audience, my own clients in that Find My Me, start, please write your feelings, because it's important to come out of your own self. So I think that's the wonderful thing happened with the accountable partner, helps, sometimes.
Absolutely.
So
And from example, what I feel is one can choose any different path, and at any point of time, 2 years back, you would not have imagined that you will be doing this work today, right? Because you were open to change. Once you got that calling, right, when you were writing and when your accountability partner supported you, you immediately took action, and you were not thinking that, oh, I have been doing this for the last 10 years, so I will only do that. You're
yeah,
ready to make that change in your life.
perfect.
That's really important.
No, correct. And then, in 24 hours, like today night we spoke, and I told her this is what I'm thinking, but then I'm thinking whether it is right or not. So she says, don't bother about right or not. So thanks to Hasina, I think she was also a part of it, which she has cleared my lot of doubts over there. And very next day, I opened my Facebook group, and things just falling on the place. And today, like in weeks, 10 days time, I have some 30 odd members in my that group. So which is
Right.
giving me a lot of confidence. So yes, I have to do this, and then every day I have a plan to write down my own something, some 2 lines or something to give a message to everyone. So I think this is all innovation
That's
has
also
happened.
like about no, it's really good. And what I like about what you're doing here is you're not asking anybody for anything. You're just giving unconditionally, right? When you
Yeah.
keep giving to your community, then at one point of time, when you have something of higher value to offer, people will be immediately willing to take it up. So you're
Yes.
not like thinking that, okay, if I do this, I will get that. If you think
Yes.
like that, it's a very transactional thing. But instead, I
Absolutely.
think you're building a relationship with your community, and that is really beautiful.
Yeah, so no expectation actually. So I'm just, that's what I learned. Like I have done the MBA long back, in 2 years back, and in that MBA, like from Quantum Leap, from Rajiv Talreja, I
Yeah.
would like
I'm
to
also
take
a
all the
student of
names
MBA.
from whom I have learned so much. And I think there also, my lot of my fixed beliefs have been broken at those days, and because I was fixed that that one track mind, and then a lot of new things have come. Ki how I have to change my thinking, maybe my old stale thinking sometimes, and how you have to be innovative and all that. So I think these learnings always help. Learnings
And
always
it's
help.
helping people us now more than ever, because what we learned in the last few years by attending all these seminars, now we are all able to put it into practice, because at least now we
Yeah.
have an open mind to change during this period of corona and
You
stuff.
will
But
not
others,
believe, Jyotsna. When I got a degree, and I think indirectly they all announced that everybody was taking action. Me and my partner was the only one who was not taking action. We were just going, attending everywhere. I'm going to Hyderabad. I'm going here, but that feeling of action, that feeling of that thing was not coming into me. And now suddenly so many things are happening. And the other day I had a talk with Anita also, and then we were just talking about, and I said now I actually became clear, because unless it was going into my mind, I was not ready to take action. Sometimes it happens that you should have a confidence in you to do something. It's not that other
yeah,
person is saying, but then that to keep listening something or reading something, I think that you get that impact. you know
correct. But the moment you take that,
so I think there
then
is a
everything
network issue your side,
becomes to become
Jyotsna,
so
on my
clear and
side.
faster. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, true, true, true. In fact, today I'm going to post after this show.
Second, I'll just go out and come back, Vandana.
About my own experience. So I think and okay. So hope you people are enjoying conversation. So please thumbs up. Yeah, that was also one of the reason that just a second, I there is a uh, Akanksha, if you can just help me out. I think there's a network issue probably. So now you people can hear me. Yeah. So just sit here. So I think you can hear me now. Is it audible? Am I audible? Thanks, Dinah. So I think there was a network issue. In fact, yesterday only I was sorry, Jyotsna. I think there's some network issue here. It's raining, so probably I don't know whether it's
Oh, no.
my side or your side. I don't know. Okay, Jyotsna. So let's come to your family. So I would like to know that your small kids, Advika and Vedant, about them. How are you managing? I think one is 4 and one is 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jyotsna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Vandana. Go on.
Yeah. So I said, how do you manage those Chotu kids, Advika and Vedant? So they are too small.
Right. So when they were going to school, like till life was blissful, because 5 hours they would be spending in school, and that 5 hours is like the precious time where I would be spending in my business. But once the lockdown started, it became so challenging having the kids at home. And I was happy that they have started the online classes, but that is even more challenging because kids are kids, right? How can I expect a 4-year-old to sit in front of the computer? So I have to be with him, then I have to rush to the other room to
Absolutely.
see if my doctor is paying attention. So what I have now changed my schedule, Vandana. So I have decided morning is not going to be work time, it's only going to be kids time. So I wake up early to do my US calls to clients, to my team calls and all that. I finish early in the morning before my kids wake up. And then it's like morning 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock is completely for the kids, no other work. I don't take up any other calls. If at all I have a webinar or something super important, I inform my husband well in advance, because that way, we both can take turns in taking care of the kids. So that's been like
Okay.
a challenge, but now we've become more productive because now we know the importance of time. So,
Yeah, true.
that's how it
True.
is.
I think now the things are, in fact, lot of things are happening now. I think the people are coming forward to you for the publishing also. So your work is much more now
Yeah,
elaborated.
I mean,
Yeah.
touch wood, many industries have got affected because of the lockdown globally. But since more and more people have realized that this is the time for them to write their book, we are getting a lot more inquiries than before.
Yeah. Right. Right. And what are your a book about him? So what is he doing and what is his book called? So let all the audience should know. Let them buy today itself from Amazon and start reading it.
Sure. So when I started writing my book Job Escape Plan, that time Girish was still working as an employee. He used to work with Cafe Coffee Day. All you Bangalore people
Okay.
know it's your own brand. So
Yeah.
he worked with them for 13 years, and that is when simultaneously during his free time he was really interested in energy healing. So every weekend
Okay.
he'll go and learn some different energy modality, and practice it on me and all our friends and relatives. So he was getting better and better at healing people. So that's when I used to keep telling him that, Girish, your calling is not in the hospitality industry. You need to be a full-time healer and help people. He knew that. So when I wrote my book Job Escape Plan, it was like his final push, because wife is writing a book about quitting the job, and if husband is still in the job, it's like a big shame, right? So that is when I was writing the book, he decided to quit, and he started a company called Human Connect. So there he started working with people one on one to help them improve their marriage, improve their relationship through his energy
Yeah.
healing methods. When people have
Okay.
blocks in their energy, he would release that
Yes.
for them and help them improve their marriage. So that's
Correct.
how he started it. But just like any new startup, people did not know how good he was. So he was mainly doing a lot of therapy sessions for free. Then
Okay.
he always wanted to write a book, but he is dyslexic, so he thought that he can never write on his own because he can't frame one sentence properly. His brain is wired very differently. So though he had all the knowledge, he could not put it in a book. That is when I came across this angel writing method, where I interviewed him. We recorded all his inputs and then wrote it in the form of a book, and we published it. It's called The Marriage Mantra. After the
Mantra.
Marriage Mantra,
Yes.
yeah, after the Marriage Mantra came out, people started recognizing his expertise, and then he started building his coaching business. So now he runs two companies. One is Human Connect, where he does one-on-one counseling, and he also has co-founded another company called Beyond You, where they do public seminars and workshops. Now that also has become an online model thanks to the lockdown.
I know. So many things. So both are so busy about
Yes, I think we are just making this time
that also.
and trying to grow the business to the next level and helping more people.
Yeah, right. And I think in one of your in your notes, I was just reading about your solo trips. So would you like to talk about solo trip? What you meant about solo trip?
Yeah, sure, Vandana. So I'm my parents' only child. Okay, so from childhood I've been so protected. They've been very protective. I would not be allowed to go on school picnics. Also, I think I used to really miss when my friends used to enjoy going on picnics, and they would have their night overs and all that. I never had that sleepover opportunity or any of that thing. So I would never be alone without my parents. That's how protected I was. Then recently, after I got married, I would say is when I really started getting more freedom, because my husband is a pretty chilled out person. And now my parents are like, okay, now, we don't have to worry anymore because she's slightly grown up. Only now, when after I became a mom, my parents have realized I've grown up. So a couple of years back, Vandana, that was the first time when I went on a solo trip. Till then, I've traveled a little bit here and there for work, but not to like on a fun trip on my own. So this also actually happened as a business trip. I went to London to attend a seminar, but I just stayed back for another week to explore London, and that was such a fantastic experience.
Actually, without the kids, very nice.
Yeah, without the kids for the first time. Otherwise, they will always be on my mind. Whether they ate, whether the diaper has to be changed. Always it used to be on my mind. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't worry about it. Enjoyed that trip. So that made me feel that once a year I should, continue this practice of going on solo trips. So last year was fun. I went on 12 days to Europe. I visited some 6 countries, and it was like the complete me time where I'm totally not doing any work, nor am I taking care of my routine house activities. So yeah, that's the plan I have. So but my big goal is that by the time I reach 40, I should be traveling to 40 countries. I've crossed 15 countries so far. So that's my big goal.
God.
So I'm just
Okay.
fingers crossed.
I don't wish you all the best, and I think you have put it in the universe. It's going to happen. So just mark it.
Thank you, Vandana.
That's wonderful. Okay, so I think we should not miss out the special question, which is that you travel all over the country, all over the world. In fact, what is your style quotient? So what do you mean by the fashion, or how the fashion is playing role in your life?
So basically, I used to work with fashion brands before. So that is when I used to be really conscious. Okay, is it spring, summer? Is it autumn, winter? How do we dress up? We used to be really particular, right from the accessory, because we had to represent the different brands. I have worked with Diesel, Esprit, Timberland, variety of these brands. So that was a different phase of my life. That was 10 years ago. So after becoming a mom, I am most of the time in my pajamas, and now after becoming serious about my workouts, I have more sportswear than regular clothes. So it's usually a t-shirt and a track pant that you will see me in. However, if it's an important occasion, like I'm going on a stage doing a TEDx talk, that is when I'll quickly call up one of my friends who is still in the fashion industry and check, what is the trend? Can I wear this or this? Which color will look better on stage? So I take some expert help, like how your clients come to you, Vandana, to seek your help. I just go and ask my stylist friends for some quick help to put things together for me. So that's my understanding of fashion. When it's required, when you have to represent yourself as a brand, or you're just going to a wedding and you just want to really kill it in terms of your fashion statement, that's when I quickly seek my friends' help. Otherwise, I'm always on wearing a t-shirt or and track pant.
Really? I think I would love to design the outfit for you as when you are going for your conferences and when you have a special webinars.
That would be awesome, Vandana. Definitely do that.
Yeah, true. In fact, so Jyotsna, I just wanted to have one announcement here, and with I thought, why not? I will, thank. To hear me? Are you able
Sorry,
to hear me?
Vandana, I missed the last 1 minute.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yeah, I don't know what is happening. I think there's a major network issue today. I'm sorry for it. So this is the final episode of season 1. So it is my 7th episode. So actually, I was supposed to do 6, and then you said yes, and I said okay. Let me just have you on the board, and then so probably I'm just thinking of planning to bring out some different themes and different topics. So we thought we'll take a break for a couple of days, and then we'll start with the season 2. And I would like to thank you and all the other guests who have been a part of our journey from past 7 episodes. And I think everybody was like different. Everybody motivated a lot. I feel so. And I really would like to, from my audience, like I would like all of your opinions, in that. So which can in fact make me also better next time when I'm bringing back to again coming back on this forum. And also I would like you people to give me a feedback for this, so that I should bring a better version of Talk to Vandana. And also, do not forget that we are here for your design needs, and be it a wedding or casual or ethnic. So we are online. We can take your orders and anything. So that is also, I thought I'll just inform you people, as lockdown is happening in Bangalore again. It's lockdown for 10 days. So don't worry if you wanted to change your wardrobe or something. We are always here. And Jyotsna, I think you have to give me a privilege to design the outfit for you, which I'm waiting for your call for that.
Definitely, Vandana. That would be really awesome because you're
Yeah.
one person. I have seen the way you present your designs to your clients. That itself shows, how professional you are and how passionate you are about what you do. And it's happy that you're a part of my community also. And together, I think we all will grow and help a lot
Yeah,
more.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, I would like the audience, if they wanted to ask something from Jyotsna. So Jyotsna, in fact, one of my friend wanted to reach you, and I think you tell everyone that how they can reach you, if they wanted to write a book or something like that.
Okay, they can just send me a message on Instagram. And there are two types of people. If they are still not sure how to proceed with the writing, the best place would be to attend my webinar. So that's where I give them a lot of insights. And then if they want, they can later join the academy. That would be the step-by-step process for people who are writing their books. People who've already finished writing their books can also message me on Instagram, and I'll connect them to my publishing team, and they will suggest what should be the right steps for the publishing and the marketing process.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's really nice, Jyotsna. Thank you so much. And I think I'm so privileged that you have, said yes for this program. And in fact, I'm also more comfortable with the people whom I know. So I thought it's the first time for me. Then how I'm going to proceed, that will only show that how this particular session will go. This season one. So thank you so much, Jyotsna. Thanks
Most
a lot.
welcome, and definitely get started with season 2 very soon.
Everybody can.
Yes,
Am
Vandana.
I audible to everyone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can hear
Okay.
you.
So I was just, yeah, I don't know, some issue with the network. So I'm so sorry about it. And thank you so much, Jyotsna, for the wonderful knowledge. I think you will have calls, because already the people were calling and asking me, from where are you doing this? What are you doing? All that. So I have already shared your contact with so many people. So please be in touch with her if you wanted to become an author, and now you start your second inning in that. Thank you so much, Jyotsna. Thanks a lot, dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Vandana.
Thank you
Had a
so
great
much.
time. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So thank you. Thanks, everyone. So thank you so much for your love and support. And this is, as I told you, that this is our final episode for season one. So please be there. Just be here, and I'll be come back soon with something exciting about the season two. And so please follow us on Instagram and Facebook for the new updates and everything. And then and also please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. And thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Namaskara to everyone.